Welcome to Inspiring Teachers, a show bringing you classroom tips, motivation, and stories from successful educators. Join Danny Hauger as they explore the why of teaching.
And welcome into Inspiring Teachers, episode 145, How to Have a Productive Summer. I'm Danny Hauger, and I'm sitting with my ukulele today, which is something I haven't done in about a year. I know what you're thinking. We had all that time at home. How did you not do that? It's because mainly I'm a guitarist, but I'm always looking for those ways to subsidize and improve my weaknesses as a person, my interests as a human, and my teaching, of course. And that's where we pick up today's idea of how to have a productive summer. Before we get into that, I want to thank our friends at ampeduplearning.com. At ampeduplearning.com, you can use promo code HaugerHistory10 and save 10% off of your order for some awesome teaching supplies to help invigorate your teaching and enrich your lesson plans. And that's where we actually begin. At Amped Up Learning, you can find lots of different resources for all kinds of subject matters and grade levels. And there's so much there to get students out of the normal sit and get information rut that teachers and classrooms can fall into. So that's the coolest part, is that you can find a lot of excellent activities or project-based learning or flashcards, resources for all subjects. And do check out the Hauger History Store while you're there. There's a lot of my favorite resources that are there. It's ampeduplearning.com. Follow them on social media for their giveaways. And yeah, let's begin. So in summer, I always try to think about, while it's fresh, I know most teachers will rush off to whatever beach or vacation or, whatever retreat it is that it looks like could just be a book and a sofa. But before you do that, debrief the year while it's fresh. What went well? What could go better? Did you have your students give you any feedback or fill out any review sheets or tell you what they liked or didn't like or would like to have improved? If not, add that in. You could even add it in at the beginning of the school year for their previous teacher, and you could learn about what students did and did not enjoy from their previous class. That building blocks are the chords of education. I think that's a really valid thing to do to begin with. And you'll forget how you felt at the end of the year, except tired. So write down your thoughts, maybe plan out some objectives. I always you're going to think this is maybe too much, but I plan my first day before I leave on my last day. So I can not feel like the vacation is such an abrupt end, but also know that I've put in place success criteria for how the new year will go before I even unlock the door to the classroom that day. And for me, that adds a lot of peace of mind in my summer that I can sit and enjoy without having to worry about, should I even be playing ukulele right now? I don't have much for fall. It'll be lingering on your mind. So in my estimations, you can start a deeper, more relaxing summer when you know your plans for fall are at least begun to be began, if that makes some sense to you. So do that. Fire up a little checklist. I even printed out my syllabi and, some day one information and some handouts, so they're ready to go. I don't need the copier. I don't need my computer. I don't need to edit anything. My summer is ready, and it's a deeper, more interesting summer because of that. My mind's ready to commit. So that's my first thing for you, is before you take that break, be sure that the door is closed and ready to be opened again for fall. Now, if you're past that point, or you don't like that suggestion, some of you may have already turned off, and I hope that's not the case. It's to disconnect. I never played that riff before. Never thought about it. It just came into my mind because I don't have to worry about lesson planning. When you get into a hobby, give yourself to it. I'm looking at 4 guitars that are all calling me and reminding me that I haven't recorded a full, complete song in the week we've been out yet. But I've been taking care of some other business and family and done a little bit of travel too. Do whatever it is to break the neural pathway routine that you're in the full school year. If that means going to see a new place or stay somewhere new, and if you're not ready to travel yet, or you can't, depending on where you live, then, maybe it's a story you wanted to read. Or, I got a home theater projector today, an inexpensive one, just to look at different things, watch things differently, observe and consume in a different routine. Just break the things you were doing so that you can start thinking about new directions and getting your body into a different shift of operations for the summertime. And when you do that, you'll find that something like that will pop up and you'll be on your way to something new and rewarding. I don't know. I thought that could have been the start of a song. What do you think? Probably should look up like a chord chart to help me out. So that's really what helps me is to think about school first and then have your clean break and be restful and find new experiences that can become stories and lessons and refreshing experiences to feel rewarded when you head back in the fall. And that seems to work really well. I definitely feel like I'm in summer mode now, where a week ago I wasn't, but I feel that relief and that freedom. So then it comes to, what do you want to accomplish to feel like you've summered? And I know English teachers are like, you're combining all sorts of tenses and words that aren't there. But that's part of my process. And I feel like when you go back, there's a feeling just like any other weekend on a Monday morning, right? Where you did a good job decompressing and getting free and getting things done and accomplishing things in your personal life, or you didn't and you feel like Monday is a second extension of the week that was before and you feel like you went 10 days without a break, which can be, really damaging to your instructional practices and optimal potential. So maybe make a list of what your short-term goals are. That's something I have students do on the very first day of the school year. It might be something you'd like to do too. So you can track down what were some things, maybe 5 or 6, that if you knocked out 4 of, you'd feel really, really good about going back to school. Really, really good about back to school. I don't know. But that's kind of my plan. And so here's mine. June 15th, at the time of recording, I really would like to see serious progress towards a new original album for Danny Hauger music. And you could subscribe to Danny Hauger on YouTube and check out my music on Pandora and Spotify or Apple or Amazon, whatever you like. And it would feel great to know that I have gotten at least, a few really good quality songs recorded. At the beginning, I thought maybe a whole album, but now I'm thinking you don't rush quality anymore, and you should just take the time to get down significance rather than quantity. And so there's a new focus on an old hobby that's always been a great refresher for me personally. What will it be for you? Make a list. Talk to your spouse, significant other, your friends. Make lists with each other. It's a great way to deepen friendships. I think that could be really beneficial in, just breaking the routines. You don't normally do that. So share a deep experience. Tell somebody else what your wishes and dreams are. I think it's good to share in your classroom to let students know that you have those things too. Yeah, and just, get into that place where your mind is flowing free and uninhibited. I've been working a lot, and that breath, I need to have a few thousand of those over the summer. I need to have fun too and reconnect with friends, phone, Skype, Zoom. If you're vaccinated, go visit. It's time to restore. And I'd really like to be more significant to the people around me in my life and maybe add people into that fold. So, that doesn't happen without conscious, mindful effort. And all those things I think could make me a energized, fulfilled person that'll be excited for fall. So there you go. In under 10 minutes, those are my tips. And I encourage you for your homework to try to knock out some of those accomplishments, make a list of those goals to cross off, and just find enrichment this summer. That's how I have a productive summer. How about you? You can comment down below. You can also get in touch with us on Twitter @ShowTeachers. We appreciate you so much for checking out our show. Until next time, this is Danny Hauger saying have a wonderful summer. You've earned it, everybody, and class dismissed.